Morning guys, so today's lesson is Beginners 104. This is going to all be about changing between your chord patterns. Let's have it. Hey, good morning guys, Beginners 104, putting chords together. Now, what I mean by this is how you're going to be changing between the chords. Now this is really important, because if you can't move between the chords, you're never going to make anything sound quite right. So if I switch to the other camera now and show you exactly what I mean, and I'll go through the three sets of chords that we've been looking at, starting with E, A and D, and here we go. So if you remember guys, we've got the E chord here, and we're going to be going from E to A to D. So what I need you to think of is the fact that we don't want to take our hands off, you know, and then have to replant everything every time. The best thing to do is to think in terms of some of your fingers moving together. So what I mean by that is, if we move from the E and the A, look what I'm doing with my second and third fingers. I'm just bringing them down from that E position in one. Okay? So you're moving them from here to here, here to here. Now, it's worth practicing just that on its own. Doesn't need to make any sense musically. And then you can add that finger there, because that finger there, the first finger, is only moving from the first fret to the second fret and moving up a string. It's just doing that movement there. So you should slowly but surely, you know, chunk your fingers together. So this one moves on its own, and these two move on their own. Okay? So now we're in the A position and we want to move to D. So what about this? So then these two fingers, 1 and 2, they're just moving down and separating on the second fret here. And then your third finger goes down there. So let's just look at that again. Separate them and then put that one down. Now, until you have all the fingers down, you can't play the chord. Don't worry about this hand too much, the right hand. It doesn't matter if you're hitting all the wrong strings for the moment. Just get the chord shapes together, okay? Practice this. What I used to do with the kids who used to come and see me, and indeed the adults as well, is I'd say, how many times can you make a chord change in 10 seconds? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just to get them really moving really quickly. So that's your E, A and D. Now, if we think about the E minor, that's a nice easy chord. And then we bring those two down one string each, moving them as one again, and then put your first finger down and you get the A minor. E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor. And then once again, watch this, this is a lovely chord change, this one. Just move them all down a string and then move the third finger out. So A minor to D minor, move them all down, do it slowly, and then just move the third finger out. Okay, so that should be very achievable. Now let's go to the G, C and D. So the G chord, I'm not going to go over these again guys, have a look at my 102, 101 and 103 lessons for the chords. There's your G. Again, moving 2 and 3 together, move them down a string, take your little finger off, plant your first finger. And there's your C chord. Back again, back to C. Now going to F, we move 2 and 3 down again. They're now on the D and the G strings, and then you're gonna your first finger is already on the B string. Now you're going to pivot it back to cover both strings. So let me go over that slowly. The G, moving 2 and 3 as one. Pivot the first finger and move 2 and 3 down again, and you get the F. Okay, good. Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to do this exercise slowly. There's no point rushing it and getting the chords wrong. You do it as slowly as you need to do to get this right. And you work on it as much as you need to get these chords moving between each other. Now, if you want, you can create some sort of chart of different chords. So along the, let's think about this, the right hand side as you're looking, so that will be this side, yeah. You can have all your chords written down: A, E, D, A minor, D minor, etc, etc, and then along the top you have the same chords again. And then what you do is, in fact I might put a visual on the board to show you exactly what I mean, and then you can tick off the chord changes that you're practicing going between. Okay, or you could write down random chords and just move between those chords and do it slowly but surely, and before you know it, this hand's going to become really, really good at memorizing and getting the muscle memory together. Okay guys, so this has been Beginner's Course 104, moving between chords, and I hope you really, really invest some time into this. It will really pay dividends. Okay guys, have a lovely day and I'll catch you soon.